you just sick
and tired
of your dipstick not reading correctly? Are you sick
and tired, always followed sick
of your dipstick not working? Well, you've tuned into the right video, folks, because we're gonna use this amazing product called a file on this not so amazing product called a Ford Motor Company shit stick. We're gonna file the edges down on this little thing, make it flat, and hopefully it'll read better. If not, perhaps we'll just go to the junkyard and try and find a different dipstick that's the same length and whatnot and see if that'll work. Today we're working on 2007 Mazda 3 with the 2.3 liter. Alright, so first we're gonna check the oil first. Make sure that it's a piece of crap. And also, when you stick this thing in and you pull it out, you gotta pull so damn hard that I bet the oil just flies right off. So we'll just pull that out and wipe it down quick. Never check the first time. So that's bone dry. You can see that there. Alright, so that is one bone dry shit stick with Ford Motor Company written on the back. Okay, let's put that back in. We'll try and pull it out lightly. And let's see what we have here. So, sorry for the shadows, but there's just oil everywhere. I don't really know which line's which. And you see where it ramps down there? Right here? Yeah, it's as if the oil can't really go past that spot. So let's head over to the shed and see what we can do with this piece of crap. Okay, welcome to the shed. Now I've got the dipstick plugged into a vise here. I better tighten that down. Try not to clamp it too tight in case this, whatever the hell this is too brittle and it breaks off. Then I'll never be able to check my oil. So hopefully that's in there good enough. I've got a file here. Now if this file doesn't work, okay, it's not coarse enough. This is the only file I have, by the way. They're cheap, I know I should have more. But if it doesn't work, I've got a Dremel 3000 over here. So we'll try with the file first. Oh yeah, that's gonna work nicely. I'm gonna try and not file away the full mark there. I don't want to lose that. Okay, that's pretty well flat there. Now once I get the whole thing flat, okay, I'm likely gonna grind out the full and the minimum, and so I will sort of re-put those in by turning the file this way and just grinding down there. And previously this thing was very, very smooth. And so by putting in these filing marks, and by the way, we'll cross hatch it, so we'll go like this, and then we'll go like this, the oil will have something to stick to. So that's pretty well flat there, okay? Now I can kind of see the full mark. I'm gonna turn my file this way and just grind me a new one. Just like this. There's my new full mark. I'll do the same for the low. Okay. Let me just continue this and I'll get back to you. And I think I'm gonna grind off this nib as well here. Just cut it off like that. Maybe I want to keep some material here. Okay, now let me show you what I've done here. Yeah, there we go. That, in my mind, is much better than what the hell this used to be. This big, thick, nubby thing. Now, on the end here, I might grind that down just a little bit more, so it's a little thinner. And then, of course, this is stock. You can see the Ford Motor Company there. And my fingers are disgusting. Look at that. Jesus. You can see Ford Motor Company and how smooth that is. But if you flip it over, you can see all the little scratches. Now, let's put this back in the vise. Here. Yoink. Oh, and by the way, when you're filing this, you should put your finger or something underneath so that you don't put too much pressure and end up bending this thing and breaking it off. I imagine it's not that strong. Okay, so let's crosshatch this. So I'm just going to go this way. And then this way. And then this way. I'm trying to use the edge of my file to get some more cutting action. And this way here. Okay. So hopefully you can see the cross hatching there. You can see all those scratches. Now, that is where the oil is going to adhere to. Okay, quick recap. So I went in the shed there and used this bastard file from Home Depot and filed that down. You can see it's shiny, you can see some cross hatching, and I put some engraving for the low and the high. Now on the back side, I filed it down to get rid of the shininess and then used this 120 sandpaper to just scuff it up. And you can see the back side there, it's rough, which is good, but it's duller. And the front side is shinier. So I'm curious to see on a new oil change what side will be easier to read. All right, let's try it out. Keep in mind this car is overfull by about half a liter because I didn't read the dipstick correctly. Boom, wow, that's so much easier to see. Ah, it's like a real dipstick. It's incredible. Look at that. Ah, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna do an oil change and I'll film a little clip and see which side's easier to read. Okay, now that I've done an oil change, I started it for a few seconds, let it sit for 5 minutes. We'll wipe that off. And let's see if this modified dipstick can do the trick. And there you go. A little more visible. Let's try again. You can actually see it. So it's right here. You can see that in the video there. It's right about halfway. That's where it stops, right there. If you flip it over, I must have touched the wall because it came up the backside here. But here, right around half. Let's try one more time. Yep, right about halfway. I have about a liter left in that 5-liter can. So I will add half a liter, which brings it to about 4.5 liters, the recommended amount by the manufacturer. And we'll be good to go. So I hope you learned a thing or two about Mazda 3 2.3 dipstick failure. And if this video helped, awesome. Maybe leave a like, subscribe. I have more future stuff with this car. It's my new car. I will introduce it to you in a coming video. Until further news, I shall talk to you later.